what's up? And we are live. Welcome to another night with In the Chair with Monty and Mimi. Oh, look at you pouring. She pouring as we are.
Yes, yes. It's been one of them days, honey.
It's been one of those days. So that means that it's going to be very interesting on tonight. As we're reading our letters, we have some letters, Mimi, and some of them are long.
Oh,
The producer was just like, we got some long letters tonight. I was just like, oh, okay. So we have 5 letters that we're going to go through on tonight, but that's a little bit later in the show. So, Mimi, how was your day, boo? You got them arms out and everything. You feel it? Uh,
child. Well,
why
I
is it?
always feel like this. I just need to get my, you know, gotta get my butt to gut ratio right.
So why is it? Why is it as soon as there's a little sun out, people get naked?
Cause shit, if I had the body, I'd be naked too.
You be naked today if
I'm
you.
just going as far as I can go. This far as I can go without being offensive.
Oh, that's as far as you can go.
Yeah, I ain't gonna offend nobody. Like I,
Oh,
I call Lizzo my niece, but I won't do no shit she do. I can't do that.
understandable. So how
Yeah.
was today?
My day, it was a day. I
Look at them
it's I've
nails.
been really emotional lately.
Uh huh.
Very, very, very emotional. Got a lot of changes going on in my life. And like I had expressed a while ago, probably some months ago, I was like, I have to learn how to let things go,
Uh huh.
forgive and let things go and really move on. And
What's up,
with
second
my
girl?
Huh? Oh,
Oh, I was
no.
speaking. Go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
yeah. But with my the job situation, and how I was wronged, and
And
I'm really going through this thing where I gotta let shit go. I gotta move on. I really have to move on. And yeah.
so I applaud you because you are such the woman that is just such the entrepreneur that is always you always got your hands in something and you always got your hustle. You're always
So I'm
hustling.
grateful for that because if the oh yeah, because the monkey wrench I was thrown, how did that would have not and honestly, because I do think a lot about other people and it might not come across like that, but I'm very empathetic. I have like I always care about somebody's situation. And I'm just like, I'm grateful that I am who I am, but I'm just thinking about all the other people that's been wronged and they didn't have any, that was the only income and they just literally screwed.
Right. Um,
So
yeah, but the thing about you is you're a go-getter. And being knowing you for, these past wow, it's I can't even remember how long. I think it's been about 7 years, Mimi. 6, 7 years that I've known you. The whole time that I've known you, you've been a go-getter. I mean, you've been getting it. When I met you, you were getting it. What's up, Connie?
yeah.
Debbie, Linda, I see all y'all. And so it's amazing to me that you're such a go-getter and that you're doing the things that you're doing. And so like when life throws you a monkey wrench, then you have to do what you have to do. I'm in a little situation that I can't really speak about right now.
You breaking up a little bit.
I am. Is it me or is it you? Because I feel like it's you, Mimi. You're a little stuck on me. But I'm in a situation. I'm gonna keep talking. Maybe she'll come back. But I'm in a situation that I really really can't speak about right now. But I will speak about it whenever I can. But I get what Mimi is talking about. For those of you that did not know that Mimi is no longer working at the MGM because of a situation that happened when she was trying to help someone, and so she's not there anymore. And she spoke publicly about it on the show, and she was talking about that there was situations that she wished she would have done differently, but she doesn't regret what she did do. Um, no, Debbie, we don't need to fight nobody. Debbie always ready to fight. No, girl. So yeah, Mimi's gonna come back in. I'm sure she'll be back in a second. So with her situation, she's talking about that, she doesn't it's been different for her because she's having to maneuver a whole different way because she was accustomed to, having the MGM's income and now she doesn't have that. And so she's pulling on her other sources of income, which is the drinks that she does, that she provides, and she ships them all over the world. She sells fragrances. She does that. And then she's a hairstylist and, she does credit repair. MiMi does a lot. And so by her doing a lot, what's up now? Now you're clear, girl. You was blurred a while
Yeah.
ago. You clear. And so I was telling everybody how, that you're no longer with the MGM
Oh
and
yeah.
how, you're pulling on your other sources of income now. You're doing things totally different. You have your drinks that you do. You have the
Yeah.
the perfume chicks. You got girl, you got a whole bunch of jobs. You got your perfume
I
chick.
do.
You got your hairstylist, and then not only is that you still have you do the credit repair. So you got a whole bunch of stuff that you're
Yeah.
doing. So I applaud you as a single mother, a single black mother that is out there doing it. And is not just, and I don't fault people that use the system. I never want anyone to say, oh, he was talking down to
Right.
people that use the
No,
system.
because some people need it.
Some
Some
people
people
need
really
it.
do.
Some people really, really, really need it. But what I want to say to you is I applaud you because you have not reverted to that way. You're
Oh
using
yeah.
other ways to gain stuff. And then not only that, Mimi is a bad girl, y'all. Mimi called me last week about some advice. And her flamboyant friend was like, do it, girl, do it, girl, do it, girl. And she was like, I want to, but I don't know. So last week, Mimi called me, y'all. I'm gonna put her out there. I'm gonna throw her out there.
It's all right. You can throw it out there
So
because I
last
do
week,
have an update on that.
did you get it?
Just go and tell the story. I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay. So Mimi called me last week, y'all, and she was just like, I need some advice. And I was like, what, girl? What is it? I'm doing something. I said, what are you doing? I just left the BMW dealership and I need my friend. I need my friend that'll
I
just
said I need my bougie friend right now.
yeah. So I need my bougie friend right now to tell me, go on and do it, girl. And I was just like, so Mimi, what you gonna do? And she's like, I was driving this X5. What is it? X5?
Yeah, the X5.
The X5 and child, it lit up like she talked about it lit up like
Yeah, that thing. I felt like I was in the Jetsons.
the
The dang
Jetsons.
on the odometer and the windshield. It was like a hologram. I said, what kind of voodoo is this?
And so she kept saying she felt like you. What was that? What's that show that you said that you with Black Panther? You kept saying, I feel like
Oh yeah, I did feel like I
I'm
was in
up in
Wakanda.
Wakanda. I'm
Yeah.
at Wakanda. And I was like, girl, so we're laughing about it. And so I'm telling Mimi, if that's what you want, do it. You need to live for you. So often you're always doing everything for, and my motto is yes, we spoil our children, but sometimes you have to spoil yourself. And
Yeah.
so she was like, I got to think on it. It's just a lot of money. Oh Lord, I got to think about it. I got to pray about it. I left the dealership and I was in I had to pray. And I went home. So the next day I saw her and I was like, so Mimi, what you gonna do? Nah, child, that's too much. I decided I'm gonna wait. So Mimi, what did you decide?
So this is what I'm gonna do. I talked with they got me financed. That wasn't a problem because I got good credit. But but what they decided to do, the one that I decided to get a used model. Not too far back, but just a couple years. I ain't had to get. I said I don't need a 22, so I'm either get an 18 or a 19. And um, and but he said because they had one in stock, but he's the my salesman. It's an older black man. He was a lovely man. Came highly recommended from one of my friends. He said, look, I'm gonna give you advice like if I was talking to my daughter or my wife. He said, this one right here has 85,000 miles on it. And he said, BMW can go well into 300,000. I said, yeah, because I had one. He said, but I don't want you to get that. He said, so we get stuff. He said, your financing is solid. He said, so as soon as we get something in, he said, like I've been calling you all weekend. He said, like you was ignoring me. He said, as soon as we get something in, and you said, as soon as we get something in that I would put my daughter or my wife in, I'm gonna give you a call and then we're gonna do it. I said, okay.
That made you
And
feel
that,
better.
and that made me feel better because I needed, I've always been super impulsive. And
Mhm.
being a mom, a single mom, and my that source of income, is gone. And the granted, I'm used to making money, but it was so easy there. And I was, all I had to do was show up. But now I actually have to really hustle to keep my lifestyle up. Like you was saying, you was giving me kudos for not being on the system. I said, Chad, the system, I wouldn't be able we wouldn't be able to stay in our house and all of that type of stuff. So I have to hustle, you know. So, and I'm just grateful that God gave me all these gifts and talents and know-how and get up and go. But yeah, so just waiting, for something to come in. He said we get it. Hopefully it'll come in at the end of the month so I can get a real good deal. Because they be really, really trying to make stuff happen on that last day
Right,
of the month.
right, right, right. So listen,
Mhm.
I am super proud of you, and I need to go back and say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers
Thank
that
you.
watch the show. Not even just mothers, for any person that is mothering a child,
Absolutely.
because
And
I
the single dads that's going it alone,
listen.
that's not getting no help
Let
from the
me tell you,
moms.
my son came to me, Josiah. Josiah is just such, he blows my mind. Sometimes he makes me so mad to where I want to blow up, but then a lot of
Yeah,
times he just blows my mind. So it's right here, Mimi. He talking about Happy Mother's Day, Dad. And I was just
that's
like,
right.
oh,
That's right.
and so he knows his daddy is so flashy and so shiny. I didn't get no ordinary rose. I got old iridescent rose
Yeah,
that
he said
light up.
he
You know, and
know.
he was like, Happy Mother's Day, Dad. And I was just like, thank you. And so
Yes.
I appreciate it. I appreciate that, for the longest, we would always say Happy Special Parent Day because Jacoby, being married to Jacoby, and it was hard having two men in the household,
Right.
deciding who's going to have Father's Day and who's going to have Mother's Day. So we would always do have Happy Special Parent Day, you know,
Right.
so that way everybody was equal. So I got a rose this year. I'm thankful for it. And he said Happy Mother's Day. And I was just like, you trying to be funny? And he's like, no, Dad. He was like, you're my mom, you're my dad. And I was just like, you know what?
You are. You doing both
Yeah,
jobs.
I am. And so I never discredit Jacoby because Jacoby's still a dad. But
Absolutely.
Special Parent Day, I adore everyone. And for, everyone that is parenting a child, whether it be as a stepmom, mom, aunt,
Auntie,
grandma,
godmother.
anybody,
Yep.
happy Mother's Day to you. Happy
Yep.
Mother's Day to you. Happy Special Parent Day to you, because it's important that we celebrate each other. So
Absolutely.
happy Mother's Day.
Because
Yeah.
it's not easy.
My mama called me. I didn't get to call my mom that morning because I had two
Oh,
services to
okay.
go to.
Yeah, I was about to
So
say.
no, I didn't get to call her that morning, but her birthday
Okay.
was the same week. So I sent my mother 2 dozen of roses for her birthday. I
Yeah.
sent her a big card. I sent her gifts. I sent her everything throughout the week. So she got everything, right?
Mm,
And so I couldn't call her until like 4 o'clock because I had
hmm
two services. I had to preach the second service. And so I had a lot going on. And so when I finally called her, she's talking about, oh, you just now calling me for Mother's Day? I was like, what? I remember when he was
You
living
got
here.
us full.
You're right. You remember that. So she remembers when he was little and he was calling me mama. And nobody wanted him to call me mama. They thought that was so, why you got him calling? I didn't tell him to call me mama. That's just what he knew how to
You
say.
good. I would say mind your damn business.
You know what? You got me in trouble last time for saying mind your
Now
business
you ain't getting in trouble. You said what needed to be said. Period.
or catch these hands. You remember when I said that? It was a year ago. I got locked down for that. But
You
anyway,
ain't getting
so she said, you're just now calling me for Mother's. And I was like, Mama, I sent you roses this week. I sent you cards this week. Looking at Janessa talking about that sound like Miss Linda. I sent you cards this week. I sent you gifts this week. And you complaining about that I'm just now calling you, Mama. We talk every day. We just talked last night. And she was just like, it's not the same. And all my other kids called and said Happy Mother's Day. And I said, Mama, well, Happy Mother's Day. Well, thank you. I feel better now. I sent you roses. I sent and I didn't
Well,
even
that's what
send
she wanted.
I didn't send ordinary roses. I sent the the rainbow roses. Have you saw those? They're rainbow.
I ain't saying
So
that.
each rose is a rainbow color. They're beautiful.
Oh,
And
I
so
know those expensive.
she talking
Those
about, I
ain't
ain't never
colors.
seen it like this, but how you got roses that you talked about all week, and now you mad because I didn't call you to 4 o'clock? You know, that's my mama. I love her. I love my mother.
Yes,
But
I know
and
that's.
I text my sister, told her Happy Mother's Day. She texts me back Happy Mother's Day to you too. She's so shady at times. I
Oh,
think she's
me and my brother do that. Like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
for Mother's Day, I call him because he's a single parent, and for
yeah,
Father's Day, he calls me.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? I applaud. I applaud it.
Mhm.
Well, listen, tonight is letter night, right? We have 5 letters. I'm still dealing with this cough. This 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 pollen is killing people.
Honey,
It
this pollen ain't no. It's disrespectful.
is.
When I tell you on Saturday, I was ready to send the APB out for the month of May because I had to work an outside event, and it was the Virginia Gold. It was outside. It was pouring down rain. It did not let up. It was 47 degrees. The wind was disrespectful, and my ass out there having to serve drinks. Honey, when I tell you, and it was a 2 hour drive one way. It took me an hour and a half, but that's what happened when you building.
Yeah,
You got to take these gigs. It was a good one, it was a good gig, but it was just brutal, um, you know,
it was rough.
condition. But it took me an hour and a half to get back warm. So trust me, yeah, I ain't quite been right since Saturday.
Listen. So here's our letters. We have 5 letters, and some of them are kind of long. The
Okay.
producer gave them to me, and he was just like, some of them are long. So we're gonna go through these letters. We only got 5, y'all. So whatever time we end tonight, we're gonna end. If it's
Mhm.
early, I need to rest. Mimi need to rest. So whatever. We love y'all. We want y'all to know you. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere.
It's
Get
all
the
right. If we don't get to your ladder, we're gonna get to it next time.
We got 5 letters tonight. So here we go. I need your help. I've been dating my boyfriend for about 8 months now. The first 3 months we were celibate. We didn't sleep with each other or even talk about sex. We just wanted to get to know each other. A month, a month, and month 3, we start talking about what we both like sexually. He says that he likes talking dirty and likes to spank here and there. I've never been into spanking, but I can't say that I don't like it because I never tried it. Well, we finally took that step and slept with each other. I never felt so horrified or disrespected in my life. We were in a moment and he was talking dirty, and then bam, he slapped me so hard in my face, I couldn't even gather my thoughts and what was happening. Bam, bam. This mother could slap me twice at this point. I'm fuming. I pushed him off me, grabbed my stuff, and ran out. It's been 2 weeks and I haven't spoken to him. He keeps calling and calling, but I can't face this man anymore. He keeps trying to apologize, but I don't want it. I'm into I'm into certain fetishes, but this isn't one that I can get with. I really like him too, but I can't get over this. It makes me think down the line he will be abusive. How would you handle this?
Out. I would just talk to him.
You would talk to him?
Talk to him. I'm
Janelle, you
not
said
saying I
yes.
would like invite him back in, but I'd be like, that was some disrespectful stuff you done did. I didn't like none of that. I don't think none of it was sexy. I ain't
Witness
feel
his
sex.
word.
None of it.
First,
But that
this
is
man
a
was
bit of
so
a red flag, though. I mean, I would say what I had to say first, though,
you
before
would see what
exiting.
you had to say first.
Yeah, I would say, because I got to say what I got to say. Now I might not deal with you no more, but I got to get it off.
So here's my thoughts. I think that, in relationships, in relationships,
It come to mustard seed.
no, no, no. In relationships, there should be safe spaces. The bedroom should
Mhm.
be a safe space. The
Right.
first time that he hit you, you should have grabbed his hand and said, "No, baby, that ain't gonna work." But after that, bam, bam, and then he slapped me twice at one point, and she said she was fuming. She pushed him off. So What's up, Lucrease? So as she pushed him off, I don't think that that was necessarily
Oh,
tied.
hold up. It was a man woman.
Yeah,
Oh, hell no. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
but wait.
No, because you already know it, but I'm gonna say because gays, y'all got different set of rules for shit. I'm saying so. I'm not all the way versed in the gay way that y'all do stuff. I'm
Uh-huh.
not. I'm
Uh,
learning. I'm learning a lot being around you and all our other new friends.
uh-huh.
But for a man, hell no, you ain't hit me in my damn face. No, that's abusive. That did put a different spin on. No.
Well, it's okay for
In
two
the
men.
face. Now if he smacked her on the ass, that's something different. But in the face and swat, oh no, you living out
It was three.
some
He did
Ike
it.
Turner shit, huh?
He did 3 times. It was bam, and then he kept stroking, and then it was bam, bam, and then
See, she good because me and him would have been rumbling in there. It would have looked like Ike and Tina in that limousine right before the court scene.
Debbie said that's beyond spanking. And so, well, if he like it rough, put his ass through the sheetrock and say, "You don't like that, do you, Daddy? Don't you, Daddy? You like that, don't you, Daddy?" Ricky is crazy. I mean,
Oh
so
man.
you do have people that have certain fetishes.
Yeah,
Um,
but that one there, that's like borderline, like I've heard of, they have like women like the rape fantasy. Like
mhm,
that's a real thing.
mhm,
That's something I would never be able to get with. Oh,
mhm.
like I would be side-eyeing anybody that wanna, if they say this is what they like, I'm like, nah, they got some other issues that I can't, that I don't want to deal with.
Ray said that's exactly me. So listen, you have some people that do have different types of fetishes. I know someone that wants to be spit on. He likes to be
Yeah,
spit on. No, he ain't on here. He at work, Ricky. Uh, yeah, he likes to be spit on. He wants someone. He said he
you
told
want to spit? He wanted to spit on his private or just
no,
everywhere?
no. He
That
said
ain't
that
that ain't no.
while a person is doing him and on him, he wants him to spit in his face and spit on his chest and stuff like that.
That's disgusting.
I mean, you have people that like certain things.
No, that's just nasty.
I mean, certain people like certain things. Some people like being choked.
Just like I saw one that I don't understand what's wrong with these women. Where the grown man dress up as a damn baby. He got a damn pamper on, and they got him. He got a pacifier, or she feed him a bottle, and he up in her lap. I
Did
said,
I
"What
do it? It
kind
wasn't
of
me. It wasn't me, Ricky. It was not me.
yeah?" I do think that with certain fetishes, it's some deeper issues going
There
on.
are some deeper issues. So, like with
Yeah.
I think like when people there are certain fetishes that I think take people to a certain level. I do know people that like to be choked, that want to be choked, choke me like to the point to where they almost pass out.
Yeah, no, that ain't sexy right there.
I've heard of people, like I said, being wanting to be spit on, people that want to be tied up, people that want to be slapped like this. And there are some people that want to be talked dirty to in the bedroom. Call them all kinds of
Well,
names.
talking dirty, that ain't that's a part of sex.
Is it?
It is.
So you want to be called? What you?
No, I didn't say it's a different kind of the sexy talk. I don't, I already don't like I don't like the adjectives.
Ray said, "Slap my ass." So
See, that's different.
it is.
That's different.
So they can be like, "What can they say to you, Mimi? What can they say?"
They can say a whole lot of shit, but I don't like them adjectives. Don't you? I might even let you call me bitch, but it ain't gonna be no fat bitch, old bitch, dirty bitch, no adjectives.
But why don't they slip up? Why it's good. It's good to them.
No, that shit gonna be over like there go. That I might grab somebody throat.
Ray says, "You hit me in my face. We fighting. Period."
Yes, that's not sexy right there.
You
It's
know,
not. So I mean, but to the letter writer, I would definitely I would address it and then I would let him know after you address it and you get your apology. Just tell him, you know what, I need you to go talk to somebody, but I can't, you know, I can't do this.
so you wouldn't go back to him. You wouldn't try
No,
to get him.
no, I wouldn't. No, no.
Really?
Yeah, no.
I mean, but we 8 months in. You just found out this. I mean, the first
You
3 months.
hit me in my face 3 times.
Bam, bam. He the first time,
Red
bam. And so,
red flags don't change colors.
and
They
then it
do
was
not.
bam. I mean,
That's a red flag for your age. You can't. It's not. How can you recover from that? Like, nah.
Ray says she needs to run. So then this is my question. Here goes Janessa. Was the sex good though?
I don't. What you after you done hit me in my damn face? No, I I probably be like, what? Wait, what's happening?
So, so this is
Mm-mm.
my question. Why was it so in the beginning when you thought when I was reading it
I
and
thought because I told you, I already said this. Y'all got gays got different rules.
so then here's the question. Why was it okay for two men or two females? Say for instance, why is it okay for same sex to slap one another? And you were just like, well, but then whenever you found out it was a man slapping a woman, it automatically went to, oh no, no, no,
But it's
no.
the thing. I don't think it's okay with the gays neither. However, I'm a lot more open and trying to understand and learn because y'all do shit differently. Because I'm
And
not gay, so I don't. I'm certain things. Okay, are questionable. However, I try to be understanding of different people's shit. Now,
oh,
just speaking as a woman, I'm not doing that. You're not gonna hit me.
Ricky says, you know what I hate? I hate being interviewed. Like, you like that? Does it feel good? Is this mine? She's talking about, damn, shut up. I'm trying to concentrate. What you concentrating on, Ricky?
All you gotta do, Ricky, next time they say, "Is it mine?" Say no. See what happened then.
Janessa said, okay, Ricky, stop talking. Like, she's like, okay, yeah, Ricky, I hear you. I hate all that talking. Stop talking to me. Debbie said, facts. So I guess it sparks another question from this letter. Uh,
Hmm.
Ray says, shut your ass up. I guess so. Women don't like that. So true. Rachel says, so true. So everybody, all the women are saying that they really don't want men talking to them like this.
Well, that's the thing. You have to be good at talking dirty. Some people don't do it good, and it'll mess up the mood, and it might dry you up.
Oh.
I mean, that's a real thing. That thing might just like, nope. You hit the off switch.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rachel said she told her guy it's yours while you in it. What's up, Rachel?
I like that one.
Exactly.
Oh man.
So women, I want to hear that. So women don't like being no. If you're if you're talking, you're not working hard enough. You better say it, Kim. Kim is my white black girlfriend. I swear, Kim is my white black girlfriend.
Well, no, I don't know something. They working, they talking. It make it better. It's but that's just my shit.
Oh,
However,
here go
you
Debbie.
can't you can't be you can't keep saying the same thing over. That's when it's a turn off.
The same thing over and over. Like, what's my name?
Yeah,
What's my name?
yeah.
What's my name?
Hmm.
What's my name?
Then that's when get real disrespectful and call your ass somebody else.
Ooh, ooh. Debbie said that like she hates it when they try to get toward her booty hole. Like trying
Oh,
to
they always accidentally try to do that shit. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Nope.
that's accidentally talking about I
No,
see
that's
it.
they always try to do that.
Some of them talk to stroke their ego. Okay, I can get with that. Is that what it is? Some men talk to stroke their ego. So when they're doing all this talking, is it because they know that they really not that as good as they
So
think that they are?
sometimes it's just a part. Like I'm one of the people that I like. I like dirty talk. You got to find out what is your partner like. Everybody don't like it. Everybody's not good at it.
You don't. You
Like
like
my
dirty
thing is,
talk.
if you're not good at it, just don't say nothing.
You like
Just
dirty
ooh
talk,
and ah. Yeah.
but just
Huh?
no adjectives. No adjectives.
No adjectives. Uh-uh.
So
No.
they can't say you like this dick. Well, I didn't want to say that. But what did they say? You
What
can't
you
say.
already said?
I did. So they can't say you like this.
No, I don't have that problem. But I'm
With
just
what
saying,
they say with your fat ass. If they say with your fat ass.
oh, oh, shit is over. It is over.
But fat ain't fat, Mimi.
Look,
Fat could mean like plump.
I
Like
don't I don't know. Cause I ain't gonna ask what you mean FAT or PHAT. Ain't nobody going through all that. Don't hit my triggers.
so they'll say fat.
Nope.
Can they say thick?
They can say that.
They can say thick, but they can't say fat.
Nope.
I love it. I love it. So they can't say fat. So then let's not. So they can't slap you. They can't. They can't call you
They
fat.
can't slap me in the face.
Can they slap your arm?
No, what shit? We ain't outdoor construction. What is that? No. Not a slapping no arm. The only place you gonna slap is the ass.
That's the only place you should slap.
That's the only place that yes, that's the only yes.
Oh wow. Can they grab you by your head?
I ain't got no damn hair.
Linda says thick is a lot better than calling me fat. Okay.
Yeah, don't call me fat. I was like, oh nigga, this nope, it's time for you to go.
So it's over. It's over.
Yes, that yeah, it'd be pretty much done there.
So my advice to you, ma'am, is if it's 8 months in and you really like him, then I say have a conversation with him. And y'all need to have a real talk about boundaries in the bedroom. If he wants to do this slapping and stuff like that, just let him know the parts of you that you're willing to submit to him to be slapped. Eh,
See,
eh,
that's where it better get deeper there, because let's say they decide to go deeper, and this is something that he really, really likes, and then he decide, okay, she don't want this, so then I'm gonna go seek a paid professional to do this. It can. My thing is, if that's not what she into, have to talk, but you got the exit stage left, child. It's not gonna work out.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on. This is a long one. Y'all pay attention. We might have to do this in parts. It says, well, how do I start? I'm 28 years old and I'm dating a bisexual guy. We have been together for a year now, and he is the best boyfriend I ever had. He let me know about his sexuality before we started dating. The more I got to learn about him, the more I liked and I accepted him from the beginning. We rarely touch on the subject about his past with other guys, and we've been in a beautiful relationship full of love and adoration. Recently, he posted a picture online captioning it about Pride Month and basically speaking out about him being bisexual. I've always supported him, and like I said, I accepted it because I thought that if he was with me, that's
Mhm.
all that matters, right? But when I saw his post, my heart sank. I couldn't swallow what he had done, and my mind went swarming with insecurities. I cried that night, asking myself if I'm going to be enough for him, and he's claiming that he's into men online. Let me be clear and say that I'm not saying I'm against Pride Month, but I don't think it was respectful of him to say he's into men when he's into me, who has never given him a reason to claim that I'm cheating cheated on him or being interested in another person or persons. I thought to myself, am I not going to satisfy him later on if we continue together? Does he want to experiment more with men? By doing this, does he want to make himself available to get guys' attention? I did accept him and I love him, but I didn't expect the emotional pain from this. His girlfriend accepted him, and I'm not saying that he's okay with dating me. He's going to forget about the guys, but I think that I'm not capable of being the right person for him and dealing with emotional pain like right now for the long run. Of course, who would not say that they want their first partner to be their lifetime partner? Of course, I dreamed of getting married and hope we last, but I'm in tears writing you this and hoping you can put some calm in my heart. I feel like I haven't been able to share this with him because I don't want to offend him or make him think that I want him to hide who he really is. I've not been keeping my mouth shut, pretending everything is fine, and it's not. I have been emotionally hurt because I know I can't satisfy my boyfriend in the ways a man can. I'm going to be honest, I don't know what to do. I'm not looking for one answer. I'm just hoping you could read my message. He has no idea I've been crying about this, and he has no idea of the meltdown that I've had when I saw his post. He has no idea of the fear I have of losing him. Help, I need some advice.
Baby,
Debbie says, wow, that's heavy.
it is. But unfortunately, it's nothing she can do because he was totally honest from day one. He put everything out there. He's treated her well. But see, this is the problem. And I'm going to say this. And the problem, honestly, is not on him. This is her issue. And that's why it for a woman, I don't think women are capable of being with a
And,
bisexual man. I really don't.
and
Because you don't like when I was I've joked, in the past, but I'm serious. Like you in the room, you don't know who but it can be anybody.
right.
And so he is happy and who he is. He's a bisexual man and he's proud of it. But
Mhm,
she this is her issue. She
mhm,
don't want other people to know.
mhm.
That's number one.
Anthony
And
says,
then
distance to
yeah,
work through this, there's a lot here. Go ahead, Mimi. I hear you.
yeah, but I mean that she don't want people to know, and she don't want that side of him to emerge.
Mhm,
And it's going to. That's why he put all his cards on the table, in the beginning.
mhm. Debbie says,
So
secure enough to date a bi guy. Kim says, girl, move on. He can be your bestie. He was honest up front. Ray says, you will always wonder.
yeah, I couldn't do it. And
So,
honestly, I don't. I think she's going to do more damage to herself. She needs to break up in the name of love. That's
mm,
what I believe.
break up in
You
the name.
know, let him be who he is, because
Mhm,
she can't handle it.
mhm.
She's
Um,
not going to be able to handle that.
Debbie said,
And
if
at
you still,
28, I don't think I was equipped to handle. I'm unequipped to handle life,
Debbie
let
said,
alone that much life. That's a whole lot of life right there.
she said, if he should
Bisexual man, yeah.
caught him cheating with girls, or just in case he's bi, he's going to cheat with men. So let me say this, coming from someone that and you know with me it was a little bit different. I married a woman. I married a woman. She was 12 years older than me. And I did it, because I wanted to be delivered. The church had me convinced that I needed to be delivered. So I was with this woman. Now, in the beginning, she knew that I was bisexual. There was no secrets. Everyone knew I had a past. Everyone knew, and so in fact, a lot of people tried to talk me out of marrying her. And a lot of people tried to talk her out of marrying me, but I was trying to do it for the church. I will say this: our marriage was really, really hard because I attracted women and men. So I was
Mhm.
always accused of both. Um, Anthony says it's not about her handling him, it's about her learning to understand and love herself first. I agree totally. So, but I think it has to do with accepting him as well.
But
Um,
it's not. I don't know. I don't think she has a problem with loving herself. This is some shit she can't. I'm strong. I couldn't handle it. She can't handle that.
it's a lot. So, like
Yeah.
when I was married to my ex-wife, the thing with her was, um, she didn't know how to balance the two. It was and now looking back on it, being at 45 and looking back on it, it was a lot for her to process because here it is, my husband attracts women and he attracts men. I know he has a past with women and I know he has a past with men. So who is he going to choose? And her thing was, I can't compete with a man. I can't do what a man can do for him. And so
Hell
there's
no.
no competition there. But then it was like these women that she felt like she was competing with, she didn't know how to compete with those either. And so
You had her issue. She was insecure.
So
Period. So
she, it was a lot. It was a lot. So I can see why Anthony says that, she needs to learn herself, because I think that once a person learns how to deal with themselves and what they're able to accept, that's the part that you have to come in contact with, is what are you willing to accept in a relationship? Am I
mhm.
willing to accept a bisexual man into a relationship? With me being 45 now, could I date a bisexual man? I don't know if I could or not. And this is coming from somebody that has been
Nothing.
bisexual, that really has experienced it. I don't know if I could date a bisexual man. Do I attract bisexual men? Yes. Have there been bisexual men that have tried to talk to me? Yes. However, there's still another piece that says I'm not competing with no female, because I can't compete with her. So the times
Right.
that you want to come lay with me is at the times that you are in a place, or you don't know who you are, or you're just desiring some type of freakiness, but then the rest of the time you can take her out and you can show her off, but you don't want people to know who I am. That could be problematic.
Yeah.
So her, I guess whenever he put something up about pride, then it was reality. It's one thing in telling somebody
Yep.
something, but when someone reads something about you and they see,
Hmm.
it's something totally different. I can tell you, Mimi, I'm a freak, and this, and in your mind you're gonna say, "Oh, he a freak" or whatever. But if you were ever to read a text message or something that I wrote or something like that, and you were like, "Oh my God, I didn't know he was talking about this kind of freak," because you're reading it and you're interpreting it at a whole. You see
You're
what I'm saying? I'm
experiencing
using
it.
it as an analogy because that's what happened in this. It was one point that this dude told her, "I'm bisexual." So what does bisexual look like?
Yeah.
Are you just looking at dudes? Or are you just saying, "Oh, I find him to be attractive," or I've been with a dude a long time ago or whatever. But then when he came back and he posted about pride and he wrote it, and she got the opportunity to see what he was writing, it changed her thoughts. It changed her thoughts about him, and it changed her thoughts about herself, and it
Hmm.
changed her thoughts about the whole relationship now, because now you're thinking, can I compete? Can I do this? And I'm gonna be honest with you, sweetheart. You cannot compete with a man.
No.
A woman can
And
never
I'm gonna
compete.
tell you, for a woman as well, another issue she might is you have different types of gays. You
You do.
have those that are very feminine, and
Mhm,
you have those that you don't know unless you know.
mhm.
So if she think about pride, how folks show up downtown, the little panty shorts and
Mm,
the tank tops, and you know, so
I'm
that can be an
sure.
issue for.
I'm sure this young lady probably started thinking all kinds of ways. I'm thinking she did. She probably just started thinking all kinds of things. And I'm gonna tell y'all this: there are a lot of people that should have conversations in your
Oh,
house and in your relationships. I mean,
mhm.
most men that are bisexual have not been given the opportunity to really be able to say
To
that they're
be.
bisexual, to be it, to live it, because there has not been a safe space provided so they can see
Mm-mm.
that. And so some women don't want to hear that. Some women don't want to hear it. And some women are open to it, but they just don't want the other females to know that they open to it.
But
That could
they really ain't open to it. Some women, they get a little long in the tooth and they ready to get married.
a
A
little what?
little long in the tooth. They get like
What
how
that mean?
your ex-wife was 45 when y'all got
No, she was
together.
36, I was 24.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, God. Well, I mean, for a woman, 36 is kind of late to be getting married, you know.
Mhm.
So they might start thinking, well, their list starts getting shorter and shorter with things that they'll accept.
Okay.
So that can be an issue as well.
Okay. And I hear you. I think that, there are a lot of people nowadays, and if we were to be honest about it, bisexuality has become more prevalent now. That
You
people
know
are,
what I think it is? Honestly, I don't think, and it's just me. I think people say bisexual because it's more accepted. They just not ready to come out and say that they are gay.
okay. And that could be true.
Yeah.
That could
I'm,
be
I'm
true.
not saying that it's not some bisexual people out there, but I don't think it's as many as proclaimed to be. I think a lot of them, it's a lot more that are straight homosexual, but they are afraid of, it's kind of like they trying to breadcrumb it, with the family.
Okay. And that could be very well true, with some people that um Torian says, nope, it's harder to be bi than it is gay.
Really? Okay.
I think so. I
I'm gonna
think
take, I'm
so.
gonna take that word.
I'm going
Well,
to agree with
I
him.
I can say that because I mean I believe that because if like my brother, if I tell him someone's bisexual, nah, that nigga gay. I'm like, no, they like both. Nah, ain't no such thing. So you have people that really think that. They don't think that bisexual is a thing. They think it's you just gay.
There are some people that just think that. Rachel says, if the two are truly committed and secure, it shouldn't be about competing with a man or a woman. The relationship itself is in jeopardy, regardless of the sexual orientation. I totally. Now
It's
that's mature.
That's
That's mature.
easier said than done. And that's even with you being mature. That's easier said than done. That's not an easy thing to live with because I know a lot of black women, and I'm only speaking on us. I'm not talking about nobody else, but I know a lot of us like to feel special. We want to feel like we're the only one. We want to be put up on a pedestal where the man got to do a whole lot of unrealistic shit. You
Mhm,
know, so that's where that becomes a real issue for us.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
So I am going to say this to this young lady. I do think that you need to seek someone to talk to. And
Hmm.
times when we say counseling, people look at that as being a bad thing, but counseling is not a bad thing.
Counseling is a good thing.
It is a good
More people need it,
I
and
love
not just come to the hair salon and the bar. Go talk to somebody that got a degree.
right. I totally agree. I think that people need to reach out and get some help and find a couch to lay on, sit on, cry on, talk on. D- Listen, whatever you need to do in that moment to deal with this, because
Yeah.
this could be also some insecurities from you. Um,
Mhm.
because it doesn't mean that you have to learn how to express yourself. And
Yeah.
I will say this later on in life, as me getting closer to 50, I guess. I used to be so timid in my 20s, so timid in my 20s, and so immature in my 30s. But when I became 40s, in the 40s, and especially this 43, 44, I'm kind of at this period now to where I say what I say. I mean what I say, and I'm more confident in what I say. And it doesn't have to come from a nasty place. It just comes from a place of being confident in my own skin. It took me a long time to get here, and I refuse to let somebody push me back into a closet or into a space that I don't feel comfortable in. I'm comfortable in this space, and so I can't be around people or be involved with people that can't accept that. And so it is one of those things that you have to become confident in yourself and accept yourself. And so, sweetheart, if this is something that you're not willing to accept, you don't have to be here. You can
Yeah.
love him from a distance. He can become one of your good friends. Y'all can talk about it. Or
They gonna be able to be friends for a minute. Not yet.
and you probably won't be able to be friends for a while
Yeah.
because there'll be some things that you have to still work through. And
Yeah.
that's okay. But I want you to go and talk to somebody. We're gonna make sure that we put something on our page so like you can reach out to people. Anthony Fox is a good person that you could speak to. I will. I'll hook you up. I'll check with him to see if we can put his information on there. And I do know that he has some other people that he's working with. Like saying catching these hairs on the World Wide Web. I did say it, and I meant it. You know, I meant it. I did. I'm at a better place in life, y'all. I am, and I'm unapologetically Lamont.
Good.
I
About damn time.
I love the skin that I'm in. I was talking to one of my good girlfriends yesterday, Kim, and we were talking about our how different we are. And so she was like, she said, I used to be you. I would hold all of that in.
Hmm.
And then whenever it was time, to blow up, I'd blow up and I'd be like, rah, 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 rah. And she said, so like now I just say what I mean. And and she says, I don't care if it hurts somebody's feelings or whatever. I need to get it off of me. And so we had another conversation this morning. And I was just like, you know what, Kim, I appreciate you because a lot of times you say things that are hard and it really, really hits me upside the head, but it knocks me back into reality. Be like, okay, Lamont, get it together. Get it together. She means it
Hmm.
from love, but she's aggressive in her approach, but it's an aggressive love that you need in your life. And you know what? It is what it is. Say what you need to
But
say.
but I used to be like that. I
Yeah.
used to be extremely timid.
Hmm.
It's hard for people to believe that, but it was a time you wouldn't even know I was in the room, child.
And Torian, they still don't look at me. Um, um, Ricky says, gosh, I'm so glad I tuned in and love y'all. Mimi is the most Ricky
Thank
is
you,
so
babe.
special to me. I talk about Ricky a lot. Ricky helped me raise my boys. She's one of the
Oh,
people who helped me raise my boys. And so Ricky means the world to me, y'all. Ricky is she had she's a kidney transplant survivor.
go ahead.
Yeah, so she was on dialysis for I think 15 years. I want to say it was 15 years. She was on dialysis and it's
Yeah,
transplant, and she is doing the thing. I'm so proud of her. So proud.
good.
So here's the next letter. It says, I hope you all are well, as always. And everybody says dear Monty and Mimi. I just say I delete that part off. I just I keep reading.
Okay.
I hope you all are well, as always. I enjoy your show and the advice that you give is so and the advice that you give. So I'm reaching out. Here's my dilemma. I am HIV undetectable. When dating, I often wonder when to disclose to my dating partner. Don't want to mention it too soon and scare him off. I also don't want to wait too late, especially if it's a deal breaker for him. Do you have any advice on the right time to disclose HIV status so no one is wasting their time, but giving a fair chance to those for things to develop?
That's hard.
That's very hard.
That's hard.
So I would
That's
say it doesn't have to be a deal breaker. It doesn't have to be. Debbie says, tell him as soon as possible. I have had dudes that have come to me and told me that they were positive. And it's not a deal breaker for me. It's really not.
yeah.
I guess because I know so much about
You're
HIV.
educated.
I'm
See, a lot of
educated.
people are uneducated.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kim says, "Wow, I need another drink." So I think that because I'm educated in it and things of that nature, so it's not a deal breaker for me. Do I need to hear it up front? No, I don't need to hear it up front. Not in the very beginning, because I'm not the type of person that I'm just going to sleep with you right away anyway. But before we get to that point, I would hope that you would tell me something. But then you have to think on the other end I'm always protecting myself. You know what I mean? So I think that it's conversation should be had. You have to have
Yeah.
that hard conversation, and it could be one of the things. It's called determining what is a healthy relationship for each individual. I don't know if Anthony's still talking about what we were talking about. Or he's talking about this part.
Oh,
Uh, that's a tough one. Okay, so Kim is saying that's a tough one.
it's
Um,
tough.
so I would say that you have to be comfortable in your own skin,
I,
and
I,
it's
me personally, I probably wouldn't say anything right up front because you don't know how it's gonna go.
okay,
And you don't need everybody in your damn business because you
right?
don't know who's who, and you want to, if it's that's your, just like doctors have confidentiality for a reason because you don't want all your business out. So, because people do, it still does have a negative stigma.
Hmm.
I'm educated in it because I had lost two uncles and I had to be educated very early on.
Hmm.
Um, so education is key. However, just for me, I wouldn't disclose right away. I would have to know that this is really going to go somewhere or can go somewhere.
Linda says not away, not right away in time. Okay, so this one disclosure is a part of determining what is healthy for you. What does dating become? When does dating become a relationship? Okay, that's good, Anthony. So here's my other piece to that, and it's hard for me to call him Anthony because I call him Fox. So
Okay.
Fox, it's hard for that situation because my thing is, oftentimes people are having sex before they enter into a relationship.
Yeah.
There are some people that meet and they sleep together right away. So do you disclose to them right away, hey, by the way, I'm positive, but I'm undetectable?
Well,
Uh,
this is my thing, and I know this is going to be real controversial, what I'm about to say. But from what I know about being undetectable, you cannot give it to anybody. So,
should you
and
tell?
give it to 'em. Yeah.
Right. Debbie says, I'm just honest. I tell them up front so they can choose if they're willing to continue. I'd hate to catch feelings and then tell them and they're
Yeah.
not down the line. And I get what you're saying too. But then here's the other piece, being undetectable. Undetectable does mean that the likelihood of you being able to transfer the HIV virus is zero to, it's not.
It can they say when you're undetectable, you cannot transfer it.
Yeah,
You can
it's
literally be deceptive and go take a test and it's gonna come up negative.
right. You can. Torin says, I agree. Say it by date 4 and 5 and let me decide before I get married to the ideal of you or us. The worst thing is to
Mhm.
take away my options or blindside me later on. So say it by date exactly. I go into each experience as if we're both positive. I agree. Okay. So the thing with that is, Kim says, I have a friend in the same situation. He's always up front with people when he dates. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. I think that, sometimes it does go well for people and sometimes it doesn't. I know people that have.
Yeah, one of my good friends does, and it's hard to watch him go through because he's such a good guy.
Mhm.
But some people are just spooked by it
Some
right
people
away.
are spooked by it. But
Yeah.
then here's the other thing. How many people are living with HIV and have been living with it for years and that have been living undetectable that have not told people, you know?
Oh
And
yeah.
so it's some of those things to where, do you tell or do you not tell? Um, like I said, I've been approached by men that have been positive, and I've
Right.
been approached by people that have not been positive. And I mean, and I treat them the same because I guess I am educated. I think that once you are dating someone that is positive, I think that it's up to you to get educated and to understand what it means, what
Yeah.
undetectable means, and what does detectable mean. So I
Right.
think that it's very, very important that we all educate each other, and that's one of the things that we lack in the Black community. We don't educate ourselves in certain things. We're not talking about, HIV. We're not talking about syphilis. We're not talking about those things. And especially, and I always go back to this, in the church, because that's where you find most Black people is in the church. We're not talking about it. We don't talk
Yeah.
about it. You don't find those kind of talks in the beauty shop. We ain't talking about child.
No.
We ain't talking about that. Because the first
Because
thing
folks worry about how they're gonna be perceived.
the first thing we gonna
Mhm.
do is the black community is gonna be like, child, they must got it. They talking about it. They asking questions. They
Uh-huh.
must be wrong. Girl, they must got it. Or somebody in the family, or they scared they got it. So we are afraid to talk about it. I know it was about a year ago that we really, really started talking about syphilis. You remember that? And we were talking about if
Mhm.
you look at the bottom of the feet and if there's specks on the bottom of the feet, that's one of the signs. I
Yeah.
had more inboxes talking about Lamont. I looked at the bottom of my feet. I had to get a mirror to look at the bottom of my feet to make sure, and people started really, really looking at stuff like that. And then you don't
Right.
realize that in more nursing homes, that's where you find gonorrhea, syphilis,
Yeah, because they
HIV,
try
and
they
things.
they said we might as well if we gonna go out.
So
You
you have to talk about these things. Now, in relationships, I think with you, sir, with you dating, I'm not going to say that you have to go out there and put a sign on you like a scarlet letter and say, I'm HIV positive. That's not what I'm saying to you. I am saying to you that if you being HIV positive and having an undetectable viral load would be considered the same thing as being HIV negative.
I do have a bit of advice for this one here.
Okay, go ahead.
What I would recommend that you can test the waters. Just start a conversation, about a friend,
Mhm.
and see how this person, normally however they react, if they just like, I've had people, if I um because for me to date a man that's homophobic that's a deal breaker for me. So if I
Mhm.
throw something out and they just come straight out with, the F bomb, or and you talking about, HIV and AIDS, and somebody come right out and be like, act like it's like the worst plague, then you kind of can gauge, you
Why is
know.
that a deal breaker for you?
What, a deal breaker for me to deal with somebody that's homophobic?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I don't that's you can't be, first of all, I got too many gay friends. And I ain't about to give up my friends that's been there with me through everything for something that I don't know what the fuck it's gonna turn into. And
Look,
my thing is, if you got a problem, if you got such a problem with them being gay, then that means, to me, that means you're having some sort of issue unresolved. You got to go figure out what it is, because them being gay, who they sleeping with ain't none of your damn business. Nor should you be mad or glad about it.
so Debbie says, I wish they had prep for women. And then Fox came back and said, it's coming. I want to speak to that because there are some people that don't even realize what prep is for. Okay.
I don't know, because I done seen the commercial though, but what do it stop you from having kids or something?
No, 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 no. Prep
No,
is
because they said, because I did see this says it's only for people that were not assigned female at birth.
right,
So
right.
I'm thinking that
Meaning,
maybe is dealing with, it's gonna mess up some,
no,
reproductive things.
no. So meaning it's for a man. They've designed prep just for men.
Okay.
And so it has not been designed for women now, not yet. And so it helps prevent you
Right.
from catching HIV.
No, I
Um,
know what it is, but I
yeah.
was thinking, I was wondering if it's if it works overall. However, it damages something,
Oh no,
some female organ. That's
yeah,
what I was wondering.
yeah. And so
Because
this is
my thing is, if it's gonna stop you from having kids, I wouldn't mind. I ain't having no more.
and so this is the misconception with prep. A lot of people think that if they're taking prep, then it makes them that they're not going to catch anything else. It does not prevent you from getting
Yeah,
sexually transmitted diseases. It's
just
designed
HIV.
for HIV. And so
Yeah.
some people think, but well, I'm on prep so I can have raw sex. No, you cannot. You still need to protect yourself. That's the thing. Protect yourself.
But
You
the
have
way people think, and I guess And because I agree with you totally, but when people say that, they can go have raw sex because they're like, okay, if I get anything else, I can get a shot or a pill to take care of that. That's
Yeah.
the only thing I can't get rid of.
Well, and it could very well be.
Yeah.
However, you still need to protect yourself. You know,
Hmm.
even with me being 45, and I really need to. I've not scheduled my colonoscopy yet. And my doctor, I just went to the doctor last couple of weeks ago, and he told me I need to schedule one. And I've just been so busy that I haven't taken time to schedule it. But we as Black men, we are so we don't take our bodies into consideration. We don't take care of ourselves very well. We really, really, really don't. And so and especially in that sexual arena, we don't take care of
Hmm.
ourselves. There are so many people that are so crazy when it comes to having sex. I mean, you find people that are just willing to do any and everything. You think about how many times that a female has come home and said, I'm pregnant. Who the baby daddy? I don't know. And it's, that. And then you come back and say, it was just a one night stand. He was I just let him hit that one time, but you have to go back and look at it. Why are we so free with our bodies?
Well, I will say this for women, we weren't taught to
Mhm.
protect ourselves. Because I remember when my brothers went away to college, my mother went and got them condoms. She went and got my oldest brother, my middle brother, she went and got him a big ass box of condoms, you know. But when it was time for me to go to college, and I said, well, I had on my list, so I thought that's what you supposed to get. And so I said, condoms. She said, why is this on it? I said, well, shit, everybody else done got them.
Mhm.
But girls are just taught to keep your knees together. We know that shit don't work, but we're not taught to be that it's okay for us to be sexual or enjoy sex. We taught that you need to save it for marriage, and that's not realistic at all.
Fox said something that was very interesting. Can we go back to his comment? He said it's not been tested adequately on women whose gender at birth is as female.
Mhm.
So let me be clear in what he's saying. So for transgender women,
Mhm.
it would still work, but for
Right, because they weren't assigned
right,
female at birth.
right, for a
Yeah.
transgender man, it's not proven to be adequate to work.
So they still
Debbie
got the
came
lady
back-
parts.
yeah. So here go
Mm.
Debbie with her crazy self. Anthony Fox, I'm gonna waiting to see what happened with the first ones who take it. Debbie is crazy before she takes it, and I always like a little humor
Yeah.
what we're talking about to make light of the situation, but it's a serious situation. And so I'm thankful for this person that's wrote this letter in talking about,
Yeah.
when do you share that?
Absolutely.
um, and even when you share it in a relationship, I think it can be very educational to your partner. I think it'd be very educational to the person that you're dating to let them know, hey, listen, so yes, I am undetectable. So this is what this means. We can go to the doctor together so that my doctor can explain it to you. And as long as I take my medication, I stay undetectable, then, that's what that is. I learned that, the number under 50, when your viral load is under 50, that means that you're undetectable. Most doctors want you to be under 35. They'll tell you if you're under 35, then you're in a really, really good range, and that's in your viral load. And
Hmm.
so, what the viral load is whenever they pull your blood and they can tell how much that's in your blood, like how much is in your
How
body.
much of the virus?
Uh-huh. And so, whenever you're under 50, I think it's 50 milliliters. I don't want to tell people wrong, but I just know the number 50 and 35. I've heard that a whole lot. And in talking to people and talking to doctors, that is what has been stated to me. That, as long as they're under those numbers, then they're in a safe zone and that they're undetectable. And that means that the likelihood of them transferring it is none. They probably wouldn't be able to pass it on. and so then that's good for a lot of bottoms and a lot of tops. So we have to talk about both instances. Can a bottom who is being undetectable pass it on to a top that is undetectable? That
Or a
that is
woman.
right,
Yeah,
or a woman.
it's
It,
anybody.
it goes all around and
It's
round.
period.
So
Yep.
I think that you have to have those conversations. So thank you for talking about this, and thank you for bringing it to
Mhm.
the show. We're going to have more talks about this, Mimi. We really need to get some
Mhm.
people on here. I would love to have Anthony on here, Anthony Fox. Yes, sir. I said it. I'm going to have Fox on here. I would love to have a whole panel. So let's talk
Mhm.
about it. Let's talk about what we're not talking about. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Janessa, quick lesson.
Janessa, you ain't get the book, Janessa.
Quick lesson, Janessa.
She gotta send her the
No, I'm gonna
book.
help her. I'm gonna help her real quick.
Okay.
Janessa, a top is the one that performs the act. All right. A bottom is the person that receives the act that the top performs. So if we were to use heterosexual terminology,
The
the man
top is the man, the
and the
bottom is the
bottom is the
woman.
woman. But in gay terminology, it's top and bottom.
Mm.
Now, oh, what happened? Decline. Child, why is, oh my gosh, did he kick me off? So, you know why? I know what this is about. Jacoby is calling. So I know Jacoby, that means that Jacoby got something to say. So that means that he has something to say.
Send them the link.
I
Shit.
don't send me the link. No, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna see what he wants. But so yeah, that's what top and bottom. That's what top is. Yes, sir.
Hey, you busy?
I'm on the show.
Oh, we'll get back to it.
Oh, I thought he was calling about the show, y'all. He just calling the top. So
Okay.
listen, but yeah, that's what top and bottom is. And so then, Janessa, you have verse top, verse bottom. You have it's all kinds of stuff. So
Right.
here's the definition. The producer is on it tonight. It says the top is defined as someone who
Mhm.
prefers the assertive role. A bottom is someone who prefers the receptive role. And versatile is someone who has no preference regarding anal sex role. Why
Mm.
you smacking lips like that, Mimi?
I'm vanilla, so you already know.
Listen,
Mhm.
final thoughts. Final thoughts.
Mm,
Pitcher and a
mm,
catcher. Kim say pitcher and a catcher.
mm. Oh man, these are some good letters tonight.
I ride that dick, so I'm a top. No, you're not. You're a bottom. That means you're a bottom, Janessa.
Well, she cowgirl, so she a top. Mm,
I
mm,
love
mm.
it. When I tell you I love the people that watch our show. I really, really do. I love all of them because my thing
Mhm.
is it gives an opportunity for everybody to have I'm trying to see what Brandon was saying to me, but anyway, I love the fact that how everyone has conversation and it sparks more.
Yeah.
It sparks a whole bunch of other types of conversations. And then we get these inboxes, and then people come in the shop. Janessa said, send me the book. Janessa, inbox me your address. And so here's Kim. Janessa needs to hang out the shop. So Janessa lives
She's in New Orleans. I
in New
mean
Orleans.
Louisiana.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's down the street from me. Final thoughts, Mimi. Final thoughts.
I'm
It's been fun.
gonna say final thoughts is be open enough to have conversation, keep an open mind, actually learn where people are coming from, and acceptance
Mhm,
is the key word.
mhm.
You don't have to agree with people's lifestyles, you don't have to agree with their thoughts and how they do things, but just respect them, and accept it, either way.
I'm going to say this. We read some very, very touching letters on tonight. Some that dealt with what can be considered as abuse. Some dealt with someone being insecure and trying to accept someone else, and one of the letters talked about disclosing some things about yourself. I'm going to
Mhm.
tell you to love yourself first. It's very, 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 very important to love yourself first. Once you start loving yourself, then you'll be able to fall in place and do the things that you need to do that works best for you. Everything that you do has to work for you.
Mhm.
It has to be about you. It's okay to have a relationship, but if you can't love yourself, you can't love nobody else. RuPaul says that. If you can't love yourself, then how the hell you gonna love somebody else? You have to love yourself. Torian says let's work on a live experience. We working on it. Um
Yeah.
and
But if you don't know how to love yourself,
yeah,
that's when you need to seek,
so-
help, some outside help, so
yeah,
you
yeah,
can learn what self-love really is.
yeah. You got to love yourself. You got to. You got to get some help to love yourself. And you know what? Whatever that higher power is, tap into it. Tap in.
Mhm.
I tap into it. I'm gonna say it like that, and I'm gonna leave
Yeah.
you. That. So, Mimi, I love you, girl. I love
Love
you.
you too.
I can't. I'll see you at the shop Friday. Friday.
Yeah, I'm there every day now, so you
Mimi said, "I'm there every day now."
child, I'm there every day. Like, child, I use the steamer on Sunday, and child, then
So,
the old ladies walking in, they say, "What is that? Is that a different kind of dry?" I said, "No, it's a well, what is it for?" I said,
Mimi doing it, child. Mimi is an entrepreneur, and she is always doing it. So, listen. We thank you for watching tonight. Serious conversation. Do some research about yourself. Do some research about yourself. And
mhm,
if you have not been tested for HIV, I'm gonna tell you go get tested.
yes.
It's okay. It's okay to be tested. It's okay
Mhm.
to ask your doctor questions. Ask your doctor questions. If you don't want to talk to a girlfriend about it, you don't want to talk to nobody else about it, ask your doctor. And the thing
Yeah,
about having a doctor, it's confidential. So don't nobody ever have to know that you had that conversation. If you have to
right.
start there, start there. It's important, y'all. It is important that you're getting tested. It is important that you get the knowledge that you need. I
Absolutely.
promise you, you'll get further in life. Listen, we love you.
Yeah.
Follow us on Facebook, Montee and Mimi. On Instagram, In the Chair with Montee and Mimi. And we want a check. Mimi need a check.
Yeah.
Y'all. I need a check. So
Yes,
follow us
big
on
one.
YouTube Live, In the Chair with Montee and Mimi. We love y'all. We love y'all.
Yes.
And there's nothing you can do about it. And we will see you next week. Listen, peace. We love you. Have a good night.
I got something to say.